First up, let steak thaw overnight in the fridge. No microwave cheats, we're doing this the right way. We're just slicing the sides to help it cook evenly. Quick trim, no big deal. We want that perfect steak balance. We're using grill-made steak seasoning. We could have gone with salt and pepper, but we're feeling fancy. Plus, it's what we've got. A little flavor never hurt anyone, right? Don't forget to season the sides too. With butter, rosemary, and garlic it is. Would have added thyme for that extra wow, but hey, we make do.
Yeah.
Have a bow in it, right?
Yeah.
You don't want to be doing a lot of work. See my finger position. It's like playing a violin bow.
Move it.
Yeah. First, you're to slowly bring that temperature up and to relax it, right? So it can absorb all these great seasonings we put on. And when you flash sear, you start hitting it with the base, right? You can really absorb all that. That's how you get it really juicy. This is where it's gonna sit. So I like to clean these first because these get a lot of use. But you noticed before, I did a little trimming. It's for good reason. And when the steak starts to heat up and relax, it starts to drop down, right? And get away from the mass of the steak. The goal is uniformity. You want to uniformly raise the temperature of the meat. This will warm up faster than this mass right here. So I don't want to cut this off because this is perfectly good meat. I mean, there's a lot of gristle, but I could. But actually, I am going to cut that off. It just fell off. Like, this is fine. Something like this, you know, we're just going to trim this off. I'm going to come in here and I'm going to get all this little, try not to take too much meat away, but that's fun. That's good.
I'm already hungry.
Alright, make sure it's not falling off. It's good. Now our drizzle's done, or our basting. Heat up that garlic and that thyme and then shake your little brush. Give it a little stir. Come in here and just, not very much, but just a nice little coating here. Very fatty piece of meat, you don't really need to add butter, but I like to. It makes it nice and you know, tasty. It's like that. But not a lot. You don't want to wipe off the seasoning, just put a little on top. Now I'm putting it on the bottom because it's going to fall off the bottom. So one side. Hopefully that'll penetrate enough and it'll be good. Another really good cuts of meat, actually, I'm surprised. So now, fun part. Over here for a second. Grab the drip pan. Right about in the center. A little bit forward though, the center. You want to put them in the center, not at the bottom, not at the top, right in the center. Right. And you want to make sure the drip pan's centered under the steaks. And you got to do a little back and forth, but right there.
Okay.
Alright, now we're going to seal this up for about maybe 25 minutes. It's going on at the same time. As soon as you drop your steak in with your tongs, alright, immediately gonna dump this right after into the side. You're immediately gonna let it sit, sizzle for a bit, pick it up, start scooping. Yeah, I know, Teflon, metal, not supposed to do it, but this thing's beat and we don't have cast iron. Side note, so way better with a cast iron. The reason is the cast iron holds heat better, right? And you're gonna get a more crispy outside, right? It's gonna crisp up faster because there's just way more heat in the pan. But this is what we have. And it's got a pretty good base on it. Not terrible, so it'll work.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're not supposed to use metal and Teflon, but this thing's already scratched and I don't care. So, anyways, you're gonna take a little stuff here, a little bit of your butter, thyme, garlic, and you're just gonna kind of come in here and put a little down. "25 to 30 minutes. I checked it about the 20-minute mark. I wasn't really happy. Quick tip, how you know? You'll see strips starting to form. Right, that's when you know you're about there. And then about 5 minutes after that, that's when you can pull it. But those are looking pretty good. They're starting to sag a little bit into the grate. I'm pretty happy with that. So you kind of feel them. They're going to feel really soft and squishy. And they got it's not burning your finger, but it's hot. So the trick is, you really want this pan hot, as hot as you can get it. A couple reasons I put the butter down. One is for flavor, and I don't want the pan to be dry, because as soon as you touch the meat down on it, it's gonna start juicing. It's gonna have to do this anyway. So this kind of pre-seasons the pan. I'm gonna pull my drip tray out first. Pulling the steaks out of here. As soon as I throw it in, I'm gonna throw the butter on it and I'm gonna start scooping. So, you grab your spoon. Where I put it. Have your spoon ready. Okay, so I'll fry myself. Alright, get a hold of it. Here we go. I like to dump thing. I don't let it sit up for too long, but kind of modulate it. So I'm just kind of counting in my head roughly about where it should be, but as it's going on one side, you kind of want to check where it is. You kind of feel it. Always want to do this. Coming around. And that garlic's going to brown up real fast along with that thyme. That's no problem. Butter's going to brown with it. Boom, we did it again. Alright, that's about where I want to be. I'm going to scrape off all my garlic. Come with my tongs. So now it's a little firmer. Get a hold of it. Boom, look at that. And all that good butter on top there. You want to keep doing it. You want to stop. Go down for a little bit. Get your stuff. Get a little garlic on top. Pull it up again. Baste it. Put it down for a second. Now see how it's not sizzling as violently? That's because it lost a bunch of heat immediately. So I'm just going to keep doing my bounce checks. Come around, check this. It's about there. A little crispy layer like that.
Smells really good.
It's about right there. It sits a little longer. It's about good. I'm gonna let it rest. It's real soft right here, so it'll flake apart. Careful with it, right? And boom, press in. Put that down. Immediately throw some butter on top to help build that crust up. The reason you gotta be fast with it is while it's relaxed, before it tenses up, it'll soak in all that butter, and all that garlic, all that thyme. Put it back down, let it sit for a minute. Right in. Boom, look at that crust. That's what I like to see. I'm checking. It's still rare. It's real rare. Look how bouncy it is. Okay. About right there. Rare. a little bounce in it. Once you pull them off the heat, they're not done cooking. They're still going to cook a little bit while they're resting. So I like to pull them off when they're about rare, and by the time they're done resting, we'll set up about a nice medium rare, a little bit on the rare side. That's kind of the way we like it. You know, and then if it ends up a little too rare, no harm, no foul. You know, leave a pan and then throw it in for a second more and bring it up. Yeah, it'll be all right. Okay. That'll get where you need to be.
Yeah.
It's got a good bounce to it. It's not too bad. I like to let them rest for, say, 5 minutes in the oven after, and I found out that they overcook themselves really quick. But it's really not a big deal breaker. So let them rest, not messing with them. They'll come out where you need to be. Go over here for better. First, it's my little taste test. It's not too bad. Let's see here. Oh yeah, that's good. Yeah, that's good. Look at that. You should just barely be able to push your knife. You know, you got a really sharp knife, but look at the color in that. That looks really good. Another good one right there. It's a good piece. Yeah, that's perfect. I nailed it.
Nice, baby. Good job.
Alright. Actually perfect medium rare. You know, it's still nice and pink on the inside, but it's got a little tiny edge of brown on the outside, which is how I like it, you know. But it doesn't look raw in the center. It looks cooked well through. Get rid of that. It's got some good meat on the outside, you know. This little weird chunk right here. That's a really beautiful piece right there.
Tastes good?
Spill your juice. It's important later. Alright, see how we're doing this one. Like that. Back off a little bit. How does that feel, Ribeye?
Amazing!